Good day, everyone. I welcome you to my channel. It has been a long while, guys. Yo, I missed you so much. Hey, I hope you're all doing good. Um, Today I want to share with you, a little bit of my experience. Hoping that you will also find encouragement somewhere in there. You know, um, it's about why I stopped creating content. I was feeling lost and uncertain, about my future. But what was really holding me back, from creating, any content, was the fact that I was judging myself really harshly. I did not feel worthy, of sharing God's message. I was looking at my flaws, my sins, just looking at myself and just feeling like unworthy. It cannot be me. I am not in good standing with God. I'm still a sinner myself. I really, really, was filled with a lot of self-doubt and just feelings of unworthiness. you know but God, always so gentle, always so loving, gently reminded me that He is not looking for perfect vessels, but He is looking for willing ones. When I started the channel, I had one goal: God, I want to reach your children. I want to reach someone out there who is like me, who feels like, they've just been facing trials and trials and trials, and there's no way out. You were there for me. You show me your light. You show me your grace during the most difficult, times of my life. I just want to share your love with someone. I want to share your goodness with someone. I want to tell somebody about you, even if I can just reach one soul. I want to do this for you. I want to do your work. I want to glorify your name. I am a sinner. I am nobody. But I want to bring glory to thy name. But I forgot about that goal and I started looking at myself. But God reminded me, I am not looking for perfect vessels. I am looking for willing children. Children who say, I am willing, God, to do thy bidding. He had to show me that, that His power is made perfect in weakness, and that He is not limited by my shortcomings. In Psalm 138 verse 8, the Lord says that He will perfect that which concerneth me. Like, he will perfect everything that concerns me. He will fulfill His purpose for me. Thy mercy, O Lord, endureth forever. Forsake not the works of thine own hands. This verse has like really been a lifeline in my life. It reminds me that God is working. He's always working even when we cannot see it. He is always working. He is the master author of our lives, throughout those trials, those tribulations, every experience, triumph, every struggle, is part of that narrative. He is the master author of our lives. For me this season, God was teaching me a lot of things. I think for me it was a time for preparation. He was teaching me faith, to have faith, to have complete trust in him. You know, that woman who had the issue of blood and said, if only I can touch his garment, I will be made whole. You know, he was teaching me his time, you know, to wait patiently on him, you know, to rely on his strength, on his understanding, you know, and not of my own, and to just stop limiting him, to stop limiting what he can do in my life and how he can use me. But one of the most profound lessons, you know, that I had to learn was that God can use anyone. He can use anyone, regardless of their past, regardless of their flaws, their sins. He can use anyone for his purpose, for his glory. I want to leave this thought with you today. You know, when God is writing your story, nothing is wasted. Every tear that you cry, every experience, whether good or bad, you know, every triumph, every trial is past, you know, it is part of the masterpiece that he is creating within you. It is all part of the masterpiece. Nothing is wasted. Everything has its purpose. Even some of the experiences, you know, that we say, yo, this is bad, he can use that for his purpose. You know, if you are feeling inadequate and you are feeling unworthy, know this, you are not alone. You are not alone. God does not call the equipped. He equips the called. You know, let's trust him to use us. To use us despite our flaws. You know, let us just step into the purpose that he has ordained for us. I will keep on making videos. I don't care what season I am in. I do not care how I am feeling. It is not about me, but, you know, my Redeemer, my God, the one who saved me. You know, it is about his glory, his name, his works. Nothing else. I will keep on making videos. So cheers to more videos. I love you guys. Yeah, please man, support, share, and subscribe. Just keep on checking for more videos. But I promise more content from now on. I will not stop because, you know, this is a part of my purpose. You know, I was reminded of why I started this channel, you know, and it's not about me. It's about him. It's about him.